we we got popped tonight. Couldn't get anywhere near him in the midfield. Me and Connor were chasing shadows everywhere, but we keep starting poor, and that's killing us. Second half was better, but obviously the game's done at that point, and they're playing a little different. So just can't start games like that, and we were just every single guy needs to be held accountable for not getting anywhere near him in the first half.
Sorry, Brendan. Cole, Devin Coast.
Howdy, Cole.
Hey.
Cole, I'm looking for positives tonight. I don't know if you've checked your phone, but Sam scored for the U tonight.
Oh, did he?
So,
That's good.
yeah,
Good for him.
I was Bassett Bros. That's something.
Yep.
But, I guess back to the game, this is the fourth time this season the team has put at least 3 past Colorado before halftime, and obviously tonight it was 4. I know you've harped on the poor starts a lot this season, but tonight was it just a case of Houston's got maybe a buzzsaw playoff team and they're finding their rhythm at the end of the year, or what was it about tonight's start that obviously nobody seemed to accept?
Yeah, I wish I had an answer for these bad starts, because then it would be nice to be able to figure it out on the field. Look, Houston's a good side. I did not think they were like that, especially at home. I thought we were a lot better than them. I was wondering why they were in the playoffs, to be honest, and I can clearly see why now. They were a good team. I mean, their midfielders control the game so well, allow their team to get up the field. They don't lose the ball. And yeah, in the first half, us as midfielders, we couldn't get anywhere near them. We couldn't figure out their rotations, and just had to get a tackle on them and kind of say, hey, we're here to play. I mean, the first 10 minutes, I don't think anybody touched them. And if we did touch them, it was like we touched them too late, and they were still going on the attack. We weren't stopping the play dead. So, I mean, and that just kills you when you don't show up in the first 10 minutes and you give up 2 goals, and then it's like you got to battle your way back into the rest of the game. So you just when you start like that and you don't come prepared to play the game, which we should have, because we got extra couple of days of rest. But yeah, you just can't show up like that.
Well, the MLS end of season awards were announced this week, the nominees, and one guy who was notably absent for newcomer of the year was Connor Ronan. He is the second, at least for newcomers, he's got the second most assists in the league with 10. I know you've talked about how valuable it is, but when those lists come out, does it mean anything to you? Do you check them? Does the locker room get fired up when somebody is left off who you guys think deserves to be on there?
I don't know. I can't speak for the whole locker room. I can speak for myself. I saw it just because my mom sent it to me, and she's like, why are you not on the young player of, like, at least ballot? Obviously, I wouldn't win it this year with some of the guys that have done it, but somehow wasn't on that. But then Connor, especially, newcomer of the year, he deserves to be on the list as well. But look, it's tough to, choose individual awards when you've had a poor season as a team. It's obviously good that we have guys like Connor that have stepped up and played really well this season individually, and I think he deserves more, for the performances he's put in throughout the year. But I know MLS is going to be MLS, and especially when we're not having a good season, I don't think they're going to give us recognition.
No development.
Yeah, Cole, I guess when you, at times it seems like, the wing and the back post attack specifically can leave the back line exposed. And tonight, both the opening Houston goals were like that, where seemed like many feet were apart between the goal scorer and whoever the last guy on the back line was. Is that just down to communication and position in those transitional moments, and how do you kind of fix that in the last couple games here?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the goals back. I mean, from in the game, yeah, it did seem like they had quite a bit of time compared to, normal. But look, we're never we lose as a team, we win as a team. Even if guys make individual mistakes of not tracking, it's, there's other plays throughout the game that could influence that. We maybe gave them too much time on the ball to get their head up and look to the back post, and maybe they had multiple runners and didn't know which one to take if other guys weren't tracking. So, it's tough. I think within the locker room we'll get on each other and be held accountable for tracking runners at the back post, because I do think we've given up way too many goals from free runs. Not just back post, but there was a couple cutbacks where us in the midfield could have tracked as well. So we'll keep each other accountable throughout this next week and the final 2 weeks of the season.
What is it, Nicole?
Cole, could you speak on from tonight, the vision, being able to see that? I mean, obviously it's a no-look back heel, but just having the awareness, and also this marks your personal season high record for goals. Can you kind of speak on that and maybe how you pull that as a positive for yourself and what is a disappointing season for the team?
Yeah, I remember where I was within the frame of the goal, and when the ball kind of fell to me, I kind of knew, what was behind me in that split second, and I just tried to flick it and put it on net, and luckily it kind of caught Clark off guard and then went in. And yeah, I mean it's tough. I'd rather score less goals and we'd be in the playoffs, but it is nice to come back and continue to score goals as a midfielder. And yeah, for myself, I'm trying to push into whatever U.S. camps it is throughout the end of the year. I mean, I want to get back in the senior team, and the Olympics is coming up as well next year. So to try to get into the Summer Olympics, I mean, you watch it as a kid every single year, even though, soccer wasn't the main thing that you're watching here in America. But if you had a chance to represent your country at the Olympics, that would be something special. And it's my age group. I think I could help lead this team. So if I have a chance to get into camps, that's what I'm playing for at the end of this year, even though we don't have playoffs.